legato. There's a Hello and welcome to an honest walkthrough and review of ALT Choir by Westwood. Quick disclaimer, they did send this over to me to review, but I gain nothing financially from you purchasing this. My opinions are my own. That being said, I absolutely love this library. I've checked out a ton of choir libraries in my time, and this one just takes the cake in all honesty, especially for the price tag. Opening price £174, €209, $209. It does work within the free Kontakt player 6.6.1 or later, which is really cool, especially now that we've got Kontakt 8. It's nice to see that they're still supporting Kontakt 6 player. Absolutely awesome. And with this choir library, you're getting 16 vocalists in 4 sections: soprano, alto, tenors and basses. You're getting an ensemble patch as well as some texture patches as well. They've got this really cool, beautiful, and I do feel natural, true legato. They're not boasting or using flowery words. It honestly works. I'll let the samples speak for themselves in a second. Episode, which are just harmonized performances that work in key and in tempo. It is tempo synced, really important to note. Production ready mix. I do like the mix they provide you, but you do have a close room and a gallery. Of course, there is a reverb as well. We mentioned the textures. Let's just jump in and show you what we've got. So this is the UI. Absolutely love it. This is the ensemble patch. It does look slightly different within the others, and I'll show you that before we do any sounds. They have this vowel knob that goes between 2 different vowels. You can see the mic positions. Don't forget to click this little button here as well if you want to increase the level of an individual articulation, change the dynamics to velocity sensitivity instead of the mod wheel. You've got your attack, you've got your release, you've got your tightness. You can see your round robins, and you can see how it does the cycling as well. That's important. You do have effects, settings, there's key switches, other bits and bobs. You can turn those on. You can see they appear down there. You can move them around. Honestly, love the UI, love the simplicity. It's so inviting. Before we dive too deeply, I do want to show you just one of the other ones and the textures. Just a quick overview of the UI. I always like doing this at the beginning of my videos. So as you can see here with the soprano patch, we have an improvised legato as well as our usual legato. There's a chatter, there's some percussive sounds, moving thirds, moving seconds, moving fifths, and then some shorts. So that's the difference there. Again, you can jump into the settings. You can see there we've got 5 round robins with the shorts. Really nice to see. Moving quickly into the textures. I will quickly add the basses do not have episodes, so bear that in mind. And the old episodes are slightly different. I will be going through all of them. Here you can see our textures. They're a bit different, but those are something we'll jump to later in the video. There are chapter markings at the bottom of the video if you want to jump to a particular part. I'll just be bookmarking ensembles, sopranos, altos, tenors, basses, etc. So you can go through each section there. So without further ado, let's start working our way through the ensemble patch. We will start with the episodes just to show off that unique feature. And you'll see as you load a patch, it immediately jumps to the improv, not the episodes. Here you can see the key. If we do click the settings there, you can tempo sync right there, super important. And I know people ask about that. But with the episodes, minor or major key, you've got your keys there, and you'll see the green notes down here at the bottom. Those are the ones where they do, how do they describe it? Like a harmonized performance. Yeah, harmonized performance that works in key and in tempo. That's the green. The other notes just do a sustained patch. If I play, let's just play a D chord in D major. They don't loop, bear that in mind. But you can hear how long they are. Absolutely stunning. Probably not the best performance there from my front, but I feel especially when you get into the MIDI. I love those performances. They're so natural. Those are things you cannot capture in just generic sampling. You've got to capture them as phrases, and it works so beautifully. And you have every major and minor chord. If you feel it's a bit quiet, you can just go in and turn it up ever so slightly as well. This is a problem I run into with choir libraries a lot. Sometimes I feel they're a bit on the quiet side and you're having to pipe it up here. It's really nice to see that you have this gain knob within it. And it's a clean sound. I love that. Such a cool feature, but so simple at the same time. You can go between vowels. And it just adds to the complexity of the sound. Amazing. You can change the reverb as well. You've got lots of choices, but again, it's not overly complex. That shows you at least a taster of the episodes. Absolutely love them. Let's move on and just reset that episode slightly to our improv. I feel it's time we actually do look at the mic positions as well. So we'll jump off the mix, which again I absolutely love, turn our reverb off, and just have a quick listen to some of these mics. So there's your close, nice and close. Love the panning, what they've done there. Moving on to our room. I can see we're peaking ever so slightly, so we're going to turn that back down. And then moving on. Oh, I actually kind of want a bit more release. It's on max, but feels like there's a bit of a hard fade out. Going into our gallery. I'd almost want more release, because if you're finishing on a beautiful chord, you don't want to just keep going on. You kind of want it to have a nice release, a breath or something that feels... Okay, that noted. Moving on to our sustains. There's your mic positions. Obviously different. I just wish there was a bit more of a tail end there. We'll move back to our mix, turn our reverb back on and move into our sustains. Maybe that's fixed in the sustains. Still a hard fade. You'll have to use your reverb then to achieve that. And what I kind of want to do is attach my valve to my mod wheel as well, so we're working with both. That's your sustains, chatters. Love the stereo field there. Wow, that's gorgeous. Right, moving on to our short hours. Nice to see it's already mapped to velocity as well. I'm going to turn my cycling to random actually. Those work. Interesting that the release is maxed out on all of them. I would almost have wanted it to be mid so I could add or take away from it. Do note this is a pre-release version of it, so it might be slightly different upon release. I'll give a bit of leeway there as well. Anyway, let's move into our individual sections, starting with our sopranos. We'll just have a quick mess around again with the episodes and move through our different articulations. We do have a second page of these as well. So as well as all the ones we previously saw, you do have those as well. So without further ado, let's dive through these. Improv. Improv legato, nice to see two different types. And we've got a speed knob as well to change that transition time. We'll have a quick mess around with that as well. But as legatos go, that's not bad at all. For the price tag, can you really complain? Like, I've messed with libraries double the price of this with legatos half as good. This is stunning. That sells it to me right there. Moving on to the more traditional. Absolutely love that. Sustains. That's an interesting effect. And percussive. There you have it. Moving on to our wave. Again, with the release. And that's your sopranos. Let's move into our altos. So angelic. Just the voice of angels is what's coming to my mind. Improv. I think the alto section is my favourite choir section just because you have a little bit of high but a little bit of low as well. I'm really testing the legatos here. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't go too quickly with these, but nonetheless, they're good legatos. I should add as well, if you shift click, you can have multiple articulations going at the same time. And I feel the chatter one works so well with just about all of these. So it still holds that note, but just moves up a fifth as well. It doesn't just move a fifth. Actually, the diagram describes it very well. Really nice. I'll definitely be using that. I feel this could be used in so many different situations, so many pieces, just to add a human voice to it. Breathy sustains. You know what I want to do is just pipe these right up and play them on like really low dynamic. You know, it's a good library where right now I'm just thinking I just want to go away and compose a choir piece right now. Just this library is so inspiring. Right, pitched whispers. Again, this is one I just want to pipe right up. Percussion. Excuse the pun, but this library takes my breath away. I like the little breathing bits you have in there that just add so much realism to it. That's our altos. Let's move on to our tenors. Almost demonic. Improv. improv legato. Very usable sustains. Another one I could just hold and listen to, chatters. And just another quick look at our mic positions, that's the mix. Yeah, nice variety, but again with the release. Right, short. Some of them sounded a bit pitchy in the fifths, but these ones are beautiful. The seconds, I definitely see myself using. I like doing seconds a lot in some of my music. Always handy to have. And then, of course, soft ums, breathy sustains, and pitchy whispers are over here for us. I like the variation within them. Ooh. This is gonna, I hope they do this one with the basses. Beautiful. Sounds like harmonic zombies. Or harmonizing zombies, that's probably the right word. Prefer the alto ones and theirs, but the soft ums are nice and the breathy sustains are interesting. Now, moving on to the basses, I think, soft ums and basses, such a beautiful sound, but we haven't got the episodes with this patch, but we do obviously have the legatos, the chatters, drone fifths. Okay, that should be interesting. Drone ooh. So we do have a couple of different things that they've mixed in as well. And I actually want to skip ahead and start off with these soft ooh ums, just because it's such a beautiful sound. Definitely something I would layer underneath the score just to add an organic human aspect to it. Have it double your bass. adds so much to it. All right, improv, let's go back to the top. I can see why they added that to the basses. It's definitely something very useful down there. We've done our soft ums, breathy sustains. Amazing. Now, last but not least, moving on to our textures. These are a little bit different, as you're about to hear. It's where organic meets synthetic. And you have some more effects here. There's other bits and bobs you can add. You can mess around with it. And you can go into the settings and do your attack, sustain, decay, release. Tune the sound up a bit as well. That'll be really good for underscoring that one. I like the mix they've done in that one. Well, there you have it. Nice mix of textures you have there. We've not even really touched the settings bar or the effects bar, in all honesty. This is a little bit different for the textures. So if I quickly, well, you can see what you've got there. Delay chorus, a bit of distortion by the looks of it, some lo-fi crunch, speaker kappa as well. But if I just jump us back into the Altos, as you can see, some more stereo spread if you want it, and you can add a bit of EQ. I like how they do have grit and air as well. We had the flat one on, obviously, although I kind of wish you could, well, I say bend it with them, but you could just add EQ yourself. So the presets, I completely understand. You can transpose it by semitones as well. There's different types of delays, which is nice to see, and a ton of little presets. See, we haven't even dived deeply into this. There's so much you can do in the back end to edit your sound, but overall, the legatos are absolutely stunning. I love the episodes. I love the textures they've done. I don't know what they've done, but they've worked their magic, and this library just works so well. I feel it could work in so many different situations as well, just to add a human voice, to add some human texture to your piece. This is definitely a library I would recommend, and for the price tag, I know £179, I think the full price is going to be, what, £239, which translates as €279, $279. That's a lot of money, but for the voice and for vocal libraries out there, I feel this is almost on the cheaper side. Anyway, I love it. That's my opinion. If this is for you, let me know down in the comments. If there's alternatives that you prefer, again, let me know down in the comments so that others can see them as well. And maybe I'll check those out as well and do a walkthrough and review. But overall, as you can tell, I love this library. Westwood have done something special that just works, in my opinion. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.